First of all, welcome to both of you. I so appreciate the work that you do. It is vitally important. Director Wray, and we also have talked, Administrator, I was trying to think whether you were a director or an administrator, Milgram. Last month, employees of a restaurant in Auburn, Maine, were shocked when they opened a box that they expected to contain mugs that they had ordered, and instead, they found 14 kilograms of fentanyl. That's an amount that is sufficient to kill the entire population of Maine 5 times over. Fortunately, the employees immediately called the local police, who are now working with federal partners on what is clearly a major interstate trafficking network. The FBI and the DEA play a key role in working with state and local law enforcement partners in combating drug smuggling, violent crime, and gangs in local community. Director Wray, we've had the opportunity to discuss the importance of these relationships during your visit to Maine last year, which I very much appreciated. In particular, I am hoping for continued collaboration and support for the Southern Maine Gang Task Force and the New England Prescription Opioid Task Force, which was launched last June to address the illegal opioid prescriptions in Maine and in New Hampshire. Director Wray and Administrator Milgram, as you implement the budget, will you ensure that these programs receive as much support as possible?
Certainly, on my end, these are both team efforts that are very important to me, and I know that, as you may recall from my visit, I guess last August, we, I think, are working more closely than ever with our state and local partners in Maine, and it meant a lot to me when one of our longtime state law enforcement partners said he'd seen the FBI move from what he called promise to presence, meaning instead of just talking about being there for them, we were just there and we could be counted on, and that's the kind of thing that I'm very grateful for, and that's the goal that I'm shooting for with all of our offices.
Senator, for us, we are incredibly fortunate to have more than 3,000 task force officers across the United States, and we also have incredible partnerships with state and local law enforcement. So in the example from the restaurant that you just gave in Maine, our agents responded and are actively working that investigation right now in partnership with the local police. The work that we did for Operation Last Mile, those 3,300 arrests, all of those were done in partnerships with local police chiefs, police departments, sheriffs. We could not do the work that we're doing across our communities without them. And so we are incredibly supportive of that work and of anything that brings us together, sharing information and working with them.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Administrator, in our 2024 budget hearing with the Attorney General, I expressed my dismay that while the department is requesting funds to hire hundreds of new attorneys in the litigating decisions, in antitrust, and headquarters offices, it is proposing to hire only 4 new DEA special agents. That is incredible to me. And it's particularly puzzling in the context of the drug overdose and poisoning crisis. I bet everybody here has experienced record highs in the number of people who have lost their lives in our home states. In Maine, it's a record 716 people last year, and 80% of the deaths were linked to fentanyl. So last year, Congress provided DEA $40 million above the president's budget request to support more than 120 additional new agents. Administrator Milgram, did you request more agents than the 4 that were granted to you?
So, Senator, if I could start by just thanking you for the additional $40 million last year. It's been incredibly important for our transformation at DEA. I believe that this year, because we have not yet hired those agents from last year, we would be onboarding 131 agents, 50 diversion investigators, and 35 intelligence analysts. But certainly, we can do more with more.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator